So Daniel, what is a habitatio?
Romana, Habitatio is a real right that gives someone the legal right to live in a property and also to rent it out for income without owning the property itself.
So is habitatio a form of ownership, Daniel?
No, it's not a form of ownership. It gives a right to use and enjoy the property for your lifetime or a set period of time, but the underlying ownership usually remains with someone else, like your child or family trust.
So Daniel, how does a habitatio differ from a usufruct?
Well, a usufruct has a bit more depth to it. It allows the person a right to all the land as well as all the earnings and income from the property, whereas a habitatio only allows the person to receive rental income from the property.
In this day and age, what would be the main benefits of including a habitatio?
Well, I would say one of the main benefits is you provide a roof for someone that you really care for. That can be your partner or your spouse. You know that if you pass, they will be able to reside in the property or rent it out. Another benefit also is that you can ensure long-term ownership stays within your bloodline or descendants. So your spouse may be able to live in the property, rent it out, but eventually it can go to your son or daughter. And finally, this is a real right and it can be registered with the deeds office, which makes it enforceable against third parties.
And of course, with anything in law, there are always drawbacks or responsibilities that attach to our rights.
Yes.
What would be the drawbacks or responsibilities in a habitatio?
In my experience with clauses that give rights to people, with any right, there's responsibility. It may be seen as a drawback, but one of those responsibilities is that you have to maintain the land. You have to look after it. And that can be a burden for some people. Also, with the habitatio, you never actually own the property, which can be defeating for some people because they may maintain it well in a way that it actually improves the value, but they never receive the benefit of that improved value.
Is a habitatio always the best solution?
In estate planning, it's always a unique situation for each family you plan for. For habitatio, if you have elderly beneficiaries that are accepting this, it can become a burden because they may not be able to physically maintain the property or have the capacity to run it effectively, which could put them into a situation that they don't want to be in.
So just to conclude then, what's your key takeaway with a habitatio in a will?
So a habitatio is a powerful tool and it balances the needs of the surviving spouse as well as the long-term ownership of your descendants. But it needs to be done with diligence and care. Annual reviews of a will are very important. And for these specific clauses, it's so important to have a professional help either review your will or draft it so that you can be of peace that what your intentions are come through in your will. Also, it's really important that the clauses with habitatio are really thoughtfully planned and they are clearly documented so that the person that receives this right has a firm foundation to build on from.